When was the last time that you changed your mind? Welcome back to the channel, folks. Dr. Sharma here, board-certified psychiatrist and Air Force veteran. There is a well-known quote that says, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." To that, Sigmund Freud said, "The surest indication of sanity would be the ability to change one's mind." This got me thinking about humanity today. Most people have a really hard time changing their minds. Why is that? I think that a big factor is how polarized we are as a society and how we're all typically living in our own bubbles. When I say bubbles, I don't mean necessarily your friend circle or neighborhood, although it could be for some people. I mean social media and news bubbles. These days, technology makes it so that everything coming towards us is curated to our tastes, likes, and dislikes. Our browsing history is tracked, we get ads specifically targeted for us, and sometimes our technology knows what we need before we do. The same goes for social media and the news that we consume. For instance, when we browse on social media, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, let's say we scroll to a video and we spend a little bit longer time on that video than others. It's not even that we like it or comment on it or engage with it, just that we watched it for a little bit longer than the other videos. The algorithm will then target us with videos similar to that. So it's operating on these small little data points and little behaviors that we're exhibiting. As a result, what we consume becomes more and more narrow until we consume content that only agrees with our viewpoints. This is how we become more and more polarized, and this is how it becomes harder for us to change our minds. From a psychological perspective, this makes sense since our viewpoint continually gets solidified because it gets more and more confirmed by the content we consume. And if we see something that disagrees with our viewpoint, we experience what is called cognitive dissonance, which is the discomfort we feel when we have thoughts that conflict with or contradict each other. When we experience cognitive dissonance, we have choices about how to respond to it. We can resist the change, clinging to our old beliefs and refuse to change them, or we can start the process of evaluating new information and potentially changing our minds. But because of everything I described already, it's difficult for most of us to do that. All of us are fairly solidified in what we believe, and we simply refuse to change. So you might be asking, what's your point? Well, like Freud said, the ability to change our minds is the definition of sanity. Rather than believing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If we can change our minds, we can find more common ground with other people. We might be able to save ourselves and society from conflicts, even wars. The algorithms don't prioritize that, though. Remember, the algorithms prioritize whatever gets the technology companies more views, longer watch times, more ad views, essentially more money. They don't care about the impacts of polarization on the fabric of our society, our psychologies, and how we interact with each other. The bottom line for them is simple: profits. Now you might be saying, so what, doc? I don't care about all of that. Well, let me tell you something that might be appealing. There's another concept in psychiatry called synaptic plasticity. This is how efficiently the neurons in our brain communicate with each other and how flexible our neurons are. When we learn new things, learning new skills, hobbies, languages, jobs, then our synaptic plasticity increases. The ability to change and adapt to new information increases our synaptic plasticity. This means that changing our minds when it's reasonable and we're presented with rational, real evidence, then our synaptic plasticity will improve, and that will protect us from brain illnesses like dementia. So if not for humanity, consider changing your mind for your own long-term brain health. So what do you guys think? When was the last time you changed your mind? Do you agree? And are you concerned about where things are headed? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Dr. Sharma signing off. See you next time.